guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, karibu sana. My name is Jillian. I talk about food, faith and finances. We also learn so much more. If you like this kind of content, kindly do the good stuff, like, comment, share and subscribe. And yeah, I will appreciate it. I have a couple of my friends. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Kennedy. Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Kenton's Kitchen. I do cooking content. So maybe you can go check it out after we're done with the finances stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Moses. No YouTube channel. Yes.
So yeah, I have my friend Ken and Moses. We want to talk about managing finances, specifically small finances, because we are doing a university student edition. I'll give the female perspective, and my perspective is not does not apply to everyone. Yeah. And they'll give the male perspective from a private university, from a public university. Wow, that's
that is such a nice setup.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
that's a coincidence.
yeah, it's such a coincidence, but yeah, private, public, university perspective. So yeah, I hope you do enjoy. We are going to split it into 4 parts. The first part is going to be about budgeting, then spending, then there is investing, and also and finally there is saving. How do you budget your money?
Mostly it depends with how much you're getting per month, and that is mainly the basis of my budgeting. So depending on how much money I'm going to get for this month, that is how I base my budgeting for that month. So mostly because I live alone, I normally budget my money in terms of once I get my money, I put aside my spendings. Like there are the expenses that you can do, as in you can't do away with. Like for example, rent money you put aside. you have there are the general stuffs that you have to do for that month, so you put aside that money. And then for the luxuries, like there are some juices, like you want to buy some snacks, you want to buy everything else, that will come later after you've done the expenses part. And yeah.
So what do you prioritize when budgeting?
I normally prioritize food. Yeah, like you can't live as in a full month without eating, so you have to do shopping. So after I've done my shopping, the rent money and mostly it's the rent money and the bills like electricity, water. If at all where you're staying, you have to pay those bills, so you have to set that money aside first. And then the second thing is, okay, I think that should be the first thing, is the food stuff. So you have to do shopping for your foods.
When we say the basic needs first.
Yeah.
If you say food, that's literally talking like a man.
Yeah, there are the basic stuff, like you can't do without cooking oil, but no, like let's say you have to prioritize the basic needs first. Yeah, so after you've done your shopping, mostly it's the flour, the rice. Yeah, and you also have to set aside the money for buying things like cakes or the vegetables that you're going to do with your because they are sort of perishable, so you can't buy them at once. So you have to just set aside some money to do the nitty-gritties. Exactly.
I think you're speaking from a point of perspective of someone who is like a student who is in a private university, living alone.
Yeah, living alone. You're not living in the hostels. You're not living with your family.
Mm.
Yeah, you're living in a rented house.
Okay.
You're living alone.
So for me, I live, unlike Ken, I live at home with my family, wife and two mates. No, just
You see,
It's
you're in the private student. You're in the private sector.
It's your wife and two kids.
I live at home. I'd say my parents, luckily they're not around that much, so I stay at home with my sister most of the time. So first, for me, finances. So since I'm living at home, there's certain things I don't spend my money on, like food and rent and water. So my money I spend it mostly on myself. So how I budget it, I put most of it away because there's nothing much I'm doing. So I spend some of it on like luxuries, like airtime.
There is a basic need for now.
So since I save most of it, so the remaining part is what I spend on myself. Maybe buy clothes, or moving up and about, coming to church. Then the rest, I don't have much of a social life that I don't go out that much, which is supposed to make most of my money. So I think that's it for me on personal spending.
Also, I have the biggest budget critical.
Yeah.
You're in a private university.
Yeah. But there's some people in public, but are staying in hostels.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, okay, for me, I'm in a private university, and I stay in the hostel. So my rent is paid. I don't have to worry about rent. I don't have to worry about water. I don't have to worry about paying for electricity, or I don't have to worry about Wi-Fi. Then there's breakfast and supper, so I don't buy that. So basically, when I'm budgeting my money, I prioritize what is important for me, because a lot of my expenses have been taken care of in my rent, because my parents pay my rent. So I also don't pay rent on my own.
So your parents are the ones who are paying the rent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my parents pay their rent. So when I'm budgeting, I prioritize what is important to me. Like for me, I wouldn't say food isn't as much important to me. Like having lunch, because the only money that I spend for food maybe might be lunch. Like if it's compulsory, it might be lunch. But lunch is not very important to me. So when I'm budgeting, I put a lot of effort in other things that are important. When spending, how do you make sure that you don't go beyond your budget? Let me paraphrase this. Do you guys suffer from impulse buying? Do you suffer from impulse buying?
Depends with how much money you have. So I think impulse buying comes at a point where you've got some extra money. So for someone like me, I don't think I suffer from impulse buying. Basically because you have to budget for every coin that you get. Like if I overspend here, I'm going to suffer in another expense in another place. So mostly I have to know how much I have and how much I'm going to spend. So I think impulse buying comes whereby mostly like you have some extra cash that you haven't budgeted for.
No, I actually don't think okay. It might apply when you have some extra cash, but sometimes you just go and find something nice and it wasn't in your budget. Then you just
you're going to buy that stuff if at all you have some money that, or in case you had budgeted for that money, you have another way that you're going to recover that amount. Most probably. Okay, for me, I think if I find something that is interesting, most probably I'll take that from my savings. Most probably I know I'm going to recover that amount in maybe a different place. Yeah, I can forfeit another. Yeah.
For me, I think I have an issue with impulse buying.
I
Mostly,
people with less responsibility.
mostly, like when we used to go for physical classes, mostly. So when I come back from school, I pass by Ngara, sit on my way back home. So you find there's a lot of sweatpants there. Mostly, that's my biggest weakness. So I'll pass by the first one, the second one, and then I'll see something nice. I'll see a nice one. Next thing I know, I've bought 5. I bought 5 pairs of sweatpants. I hadn't planned for it, but I bought them. There's that. Then now that I'm at home, most of the impulse buying I do is online.
Rich
The funny thing is I always find a way of getting the discounted one. So maybe at a shop you get something goes for like 1,000 bob. Then I'm busy minding my own business on Instagram. You'd see an ad, the exact same thing is 500 bob. And I don't want it, I don't need it. Luckily, because the price is slashed, why not? I
might need it
someday. I'll need it. Or maybe it's in bulk. You'd find that in the shop you get at 1,000 bob for one. But only you get it at 1,000 bob for several of them, so you buy several of them. I don't need it, but I want it.
Oh.
So it was like that. In the most of the time, it happens in the beginning of the month. So by the time it's like 3rd week, 4th week, I start wondering where did all that money go? I'm surrounded with things I don't need, but I'm working on it.
I think for me, especially right now, I've really trained myself to think of what I need and what I want. Yeah. To be honest, I also struggled with impulse buying. I really did. Especially when you've just received money. As in Nakwambia, that's the time you go to the you go somewhere and you're like, oh, I need that. I want that.
No,
I want that.
Your friends, they're like, let's go out to this place. So you're like, I got money. What's the big deal?
You forget your actual budget. The things you really need.
I love there's something also I've also tried to incorporate this year. So to my to-do list, I include my expenses for the day. Yes. Like if I show you my to-do list, every day has its own expense. So when I spend a lot of money, like there's a day, on just one day, I spent 4,000. One day, and all those things were unplanned. So I purposed that for like 2-3 weeks, I'm going to have like zero expenses. So accounting for all that money, in a message, like keep on checking, like So because I've struggled with impulse buying, like I think that habit has helped me then to also identify what I need or something, like my needs and wants. If I really need something, I'm going to get it and I'm going to like plan for it. So I think planning has also really helped me to avoid impulse buying. Yeah, but it's something that I've taken quite some time to work on, and I can't say that I'm addicted to online shopping. I actually rarely do online shopping because let's say, for example, if it's a cloth, I really want to get the texture and all that, because there's a time I had a bad experience with online shopping. I'm like, no, I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. But yeah, I think that has helped me. So writing down and identifying what are my needs and what are my wants.
I think I've also experienced the same experience as you guys, like the online buying and stuff. So there is this time I think I bought a watch, the smartwatch, and it was coming with what was it? It was a watch and something else. So I was like, this is such a nice deal. Let me at least narrow distance. Okay. As in the moment that watch was delivered and such, so I noticed that it was not the product that I was wishing for, but I just got it. So I just put it away, and it's J to me at 10. So from then I just really need to feel something before I buy it. Just see it before I buy it, like not the online stuff. Yeah.
And I also think for me, I don't think there's something that I bought online that I've used for a long time.
Yeah.
I think that's personally for me, for my online shopping experience. I haven't bought some, and I know this happens, this works, online shopping works for some people.
Yeah.
Maybe you can work on that.
No, maybe it's experience
so far, I haven't had any bad experience.
Okay.
The one time I did, it was, I got a different product than what I ordered, but I was able to complain, then they replaced it. Then there was also another time where I ordered something, then I paid for it, then I cancelled, then they sent back the money twice. Because I did then I cancelled, then I got the first message, I was like, okay, fine. Then later, several days later, I get the second message. Why am I to complain? So that was in the beginning. Then from there, I just got I wouldn't say addicted, but I also don't buy like electronics like phones and stuff, because those I have to go to the shop where I know there's a warranty and there's somewhere I can go to complain if it's not working. And also clothes, I've seen enough horror stories to know that I shouldn't.
Yeah.
So mostly I buy other things, not clothes or electronics, because those ones can easily fade. So I can buy, or if it's electronics, maybe earphones or stuff like that. Things that if they feel that much, I wouldn't be disappointed. Books.
Oh,
And
books you can buy from
Yeah.
online. Books. Kwanza books when the price has been slashed. Getting that. I am getting that.
Depends with whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on